Smell good, family, or should I say kings and queens of good hygiene. Hope y'all feeling good. Hope y'all smelling as good as y'all feel, you dig? And y'all know it's two things people always gonna remember about you. That's how you made them feel and how you smell when you did it, you dig? So listen, I got a crap load of fragrances right next to me. And I'm gonna just go through them. How many is here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You could say 12 to 15 fragrances. Some of them are layered, so they don't count as individual fragrances. But I'm gonna let y'all know the experiences I've had with these as I wore them over the course of 2025. You feel me? As the year kind of winds down, as we head into December. But some of these compliments are crazy, straight crazy. Y'all gonna think I'm capping. Ain't no capping my rap. I'm gonna keep it a thou wow with y'all. These are just bangers. Most of these are designers too. Some of them are niche, but most of them was designers, and I got nothing but questionable compliments from them, like uniquely strange compliments. So let's just jump right in with a banger. And a lot of these are clones of some of these well-known niche fragrances. So the fact that I'm getting compliments on these is crazy. Like, you would think I have the original fragrance on. So right now we starting off with a clone of Blue Talisman, and I was wearing this throughout the summer. Whenever I wanted to receive a compliment, this is what I backed out. This is Royal Collections Legacy. Man, this is Blue Talisman on a budget. Essentially, that's what this is. Blue Talisman on a budget. You feel me? And overall, let me move this up real quick before I continue. You are. And like I was saying, overall, this is in the 90th percentile of Blue Talisman. I think this is the best, most uniquely done version of Blue Talisman. I mean, this thing just smells amazing. I want to spray it, but I might want to spray something else, so I ain't gonna. You feel me? But, bruh, when I tell you, I was so I wore this fragrance throughout the day. It was humming off me. I might have did like a good 10 to 20 sprays, and somewhere around the afternoon, maybe like 3 o'clock, 3:30, I felt like I wasn't picking it up anymore. I actually went nose blind to it, but it was still humming off my skin. Man, I applied this. I got out the truck. I was at work. I applied it like, I only did maybe like 6 sprays. There was a girl going into her crib. I'm a mail carrier, so you feel me. I had some mail in my hand, whatever. I got out the truck. The wind was picking up. There was a lady going into her crib. You feel me? One of my regulars, right? She turned around, was like, "Who smell like that?" She was like, "Damn." I was like, "You could smell me?" She like, "Yeah, that thing smell good." I'm like, damn. She was like legit 30 feet from me, bro. I'm like, there's no way she should have been able to smell me from that far, but she did. And that's simply because I sprayed it like literally before I got out the ride, but I guess I kind of overdid it with it. And hey, man, this got me many compliments over the summer, and over the course of the year. But that was one of the most memorable ones. Another one, I was inside the office wearing this, and one of my coworkers, she's a clerk. She was like, "Yo, what is that? You smell really good." Like, and I was like, "Oh, this is a clone of." You feel me? And I told her the fragrance. And I was like, "It's kind of expensive," and she was like, "Yeah, I could tell. It smells good." So I gave her the name. If she looked it up, I have no idea, but she wanted to know what it was. And man, this just a compliment beast. Blue Talisman. Like, moving on, cause we'll be here all day, right? So this banger right here. Some of y'all might know about 1 Million Lucky. 1 Million Lucky, man. What could I say about this? This is top 3 1 millions. I would beg to differ that some of y'all would disagree with me, right? Like, top 3. What's better than this? Maybe the Elixir. Some people say Parfum, but I got this maybe number 2. I just smelled the elixir the other day, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, that's topping this. But this is not to be slept on. Like, this is neck and neck with the elixir. This I got told. I was in ATL, and I was headed to a concert when I wore this for the first time, and it's not too much I can't say about this. This just does it. I got told I smelled delicious with this. Like, come on now. I got told I smelled delicious. And mind you, we in a spot where I was at a concert, so it's a bunch of fumes in the air. It smelled like straight weed in there. Everybody else got different fragrances on, but this really did the trick. I mean, it's a banger, man. You getting told you smell delicious? Like, and speaking of delicious, let me back out another fragrance over the course of 2025 that I got told I smelled delicious with. And that is Product Carbon. Product Carbon, you guys. Like, you could tell. Look at the juice on that, bruh. Look at the juice. You could tell I was just going crazy with this stuff over the. I gotta re-up. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna go on Jumbo Shop, see what they charging for this. But this is a vanilla and pepper kind of, spicy fragrance, right? And it's metallic. So it has like a little metallic smell to it, but it is so good. And the ladies cannot get enough of this, bro. I'm telling you, this is white tea approved. What I mean by that is you throw a white tea on with this and you good to go. Like, you smell good, you look fresh. It's just, you smell clean. And it's unique. The ladies tend to love this. It's simple, but sometimes less is more. This is one of those ones where it's like less is more. So, Product Carbon. I also got told I smelled delicious with this. And what better compliment is there? Like, you trying to get ate up or not? Like, you smell delicious. Come on now. Next up, I'm gonna back out an oil. I'm gonna back out two different oils. For those of y'all who may ever see the oil men in y'all city, if y'all have these, the local people who sell these type of oils. So this one just happens to be Tom Ford for men, and this is so pure. This is pure oil. Like, there's absolutely no way you put this on your skin and you don't get a compliment, because it's that. Once you start perspiring, you might as well have just sprayed it on your clothes, because that's how much it's going to project. When people in your air bubble, they gonna pick it up. Like this, I only really back out on date nights when I'm actually putting the Tom Ford fragrance on. I got it in the room, but it's a decant. So I always apply the oil with it, but it projects so strong. And this is just one of those ones where you put this on, it's an automatic compliment. Like, oh, you smell good. What you got on? I've got that before with this. And I typically use this as a date night intimate type of fragrance. You get what I'm saying? So if you about to have one of those intimate settings, intimate nights, this is grown man. This ain't for the little boys. All right. You throw this on. You're gonna get compliments. As well as this one is actually shea butter. I swear to on everything I love, out of all these fragrances, this is almost the most uniquely smelling. It doesn't smell like straight shea butter. It's like some type of miracle flower. I kid you not. This thing is gas. I don't know if the local oilsmen in y'all town or whatever got something like this. If they do got shea butter, check it out. It might be as good as this one. You'll know what I'm talking about when you smell it. It's a sweet. It's like a sweet, but it's not too sweet. It don't smell synthetic-y. Like almost like some type of floral flower that is just like a unicorn, bro. I kid you not. You put a fragrance over, like you layer this with something that's in the realm of this. Man, I was in bed wearing this, right? And Shorty told me, she came to bed with something on. She came to bed with a fragrance on. And I was like, damn, you smell good. She had the body butter on and stuff. She threw on some like a light fragrance on top of that. So she was smelling angelic. You heard? She was smelling angelic. And I was like, okay. I had just picked this up. I said, okay, you want to have a war tonight? You want to have a fragrance battle? I ain't say this out loud, but I'm like, I bet. I went in the bathroom, took a shower, lathered myself up. And then I applied this. I ain't go crazy, but I applied enough so I know, like, yo, you gonna smell it. And when she smelled it, she was like, like, bury her nose in my chest. She's like, you smell so damn good. I'm just like, yeah. She's like, you won. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I thought so. Because I knew once I smelled this, it was a banger. But moving on. That was Shea Butter. See, I checked that one out. But moving on. Let's move on to Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition. Another Afnan fragrance. Which is the same as, you feel me? Two different scents. Don't get it twisted, but you feel me? They're made by the same company. But anyway, this one I always layer it. So this is basically you could call this a clone of Creed Aventus, but it's very, very different because it just it's a remix. It's like a remix of it. It does its own thing, but it's in that realm. Like, it's the DNA of Creed Aventus. So you could tell what they were going for. It's like when you see somebody's closely related cousin, like, and they resemble each other. But I always layer this with Okja Parallel, which is a dupe of Another 13 by, damn, who makes that fragrance? I'm having brain fog right now, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Another 13. This is a dupe of that, and this smells like when you take fresh clothes out the dryer and the dryer sheets are still in there. You throw it on the bed and it's warm, and you just lay in it, and the smell, the scent from the fresh clothes is just coming up into the air, and you just sitting there like, that's what this smells like. So I always layer this with either, and I've been experimenting with this. This is by Okja. This is cheap. It's like $35-$40. This is a great layering scent, bro. Check it out. But this is one you don't wear by itself. You gotta kind of layer it. But this is Invictus Aqua, and I always kind of just paired the two. This is kind of like a decant. The compliments I've received with this, crazy. Like, when I wear these, I always get told, like, yo, you smell so good. Like, what is that? I've had people stop me and ask me what this is. I was in a nursing home once. A lady came down the hall. She was just like, you smell good. I'm just like, oh, thank you. Because sometimes I be forgetting. I go nose blind to the scent. So, you feel me? Y'all pair Invictus Aqua and layer it with Okja Parallel or Another 13. You might be onto something. And once again, I layer this with Afnan Supremacy Sometimes Collector's Edition. And I layered these two together. And I went into, this is the craziest compliment I've received yet. When I went into a nursing home, I was dropping something off. The lady in there, she was at the front desk. I was talking to her. They always compliment me, say, oh, you always smell so good, this, that, and the third. One of the elderly women came up to me, no bullshit. She was like, if I was a little bit younger, or if I was younger, something along the lines of that, I'd have ate you up. She like, and I love my man Black too. I was like, whoa. Man, she was trying to pop the dentist out and go crazy on you, boy, bro. I'm telling you, these two, Invictus Aqua, and you pair it with Afnan Supremacy Collector's Edition. Hey man, you might have the ladies on you. Like that was a crazy compliment. I was low key kind of like, I was scared because I was like, girl, go sit your old ass down. But you feel me? Hey, a compliment's a compliment, man. I take it. I appreciate you, beloved. And I'm surprised she could smell me because she had the little oxygen mask in her, not oxygen tubes in her nose. So I was like, damn, my joint must be booming. So that was one of the craziest compliments I've gotten. She basically told me she was going to eat me up. Like, and then she said she liked her man Black. Crazy. All right. Next up, we got Game of Spades Wild Card. You feel me? I wore this to work one time. And my coworker told me, he was like, bro, he's all the way on the other end of, you feel me, the building. He just happened to walk through my side, and he came over to me like, yo, bro, what is that? And I was like, what you mean? He like, yo, what you got on? I smell you all the way over there. I was like, oh, it's something I'm trying out. It's Game of Spades Wild Card. He was like, yo, that shit smell expensive. He's like, yo, I smelled you all the way down there. I was like, damn. I was like, shoot, maybe I put too much on in my head because I never wore it before, so I didn't know the projection. But apparently this one, you know, it projects, all right? So you might want to go light on the sprays. But he told me I smelled expensive. So that lets you know this is the kind of fragrance you back out with, like a tux or something. You feel me? When you go into like a high-end venue or whatever, like you want to make a statement, this is what you back out. Maybe even like a job interview, I would go probably super light on this. But you want to sell expensive, pull out Game of Spades Wild Card, man. And I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm gonna start speeding up. We got Versace Eros Flame. This is one of my personal favorites. I love this fragrance. I really do. When I typically don't wear this too often. Like, full disclaimer, I should have said this at the beginning. A lot of these I don't get as many compliments on as I would if I wore them a lot more frequently. A lot of these I just back out on occasions, and those occasions I happen to just get the compliments, you feel me? But this one right here, I wore out with a coworker, two of my coworkers, and we went to a bar, and when I stepped in, automatic compliment, and it was like, oh, damn, you pulled up smelling good for us, man. You pulled up smelling good. I'm like, yo, chill, bro. My coworker was being funny, but hey, you know what I'm saying? They smelt it, they liked it, they was fucking with it. So Versace Eros, I like to wear this if I'm going out with the fellas because it's masculine. It screams masculine, yet it's sweet. So it's gonna pull you in. Like, the women gonna smell it. It's gonna smell sweet enough to grab their attention, but masculine enough to know that, oh, okay, this is a manly scent. So you can wear this around the fellas. You don't want to be smelling sweet, and you feel me, around dudes that, like, you know, like that's a little. Your fragrance gotta have some masculinity to it if you're gonna be around other men, in my opinion. And we got 3 more, right? So we gonna speed it up. Next we have, this is by Yamin Leo. This is an extract parfum. This is a clone of Louis Vuitton Lovers. This is called Love Again, and you see it on the side, Love Again, at the bottom right here. So this was one of the best fragrances I've ever smelled. It's made, it's beautifully made. That's all I can really say. This is 100% unisex. It leans heavily feminine, but I do, time to time in the summer, I had put this on, and I will probably put it on sometime in the fall just to see how it performs in the air. But instantly got a compliment on this. I got a call coming through. Sorry about that. Instantly got a compliment on this in the office. I'm just amongst people, and this girl who always compliments me on my fragrances, she was like, yo, somebody smells good over here. She was like, amazing, basically, pretty much. She's like, it smells amazing. And I was like, she's like, somebody got some good perfume on. She just kept looking around, and I'm just sitting there just acting like I don't hear. I like to be modest when, you feel me, they gonna figure it out. They be knowing, you know. You're like, yo, that's you. No, that's you. You smell. I'm like, oh yeah, appreciate it. So yeah, it's always good to be known as a dude who smell good. You feel me? That's kind of my thing in the office. So second to last, we got Saphir's Bound. I've worn this on occasions, and every time I wear it, I get a compliment on it. I got 3. Each time I back this out, I pretty much get a compliment, like pretty much, and I don't back it out often. One of my coworkers was like, "Oh, you smell good. You smell nice." When I had this on, $20 fragrance, very cheap, but doesn't smell like it's a $20 fragrance, and it macerated, so you know it's a banger because You feel me? It got a chance to really marinate in its own juices and its own essence. So it's very smooth at this point. This one's like a leather toffee kind of date night scent with some almost like some raspberry at the top. But yeah, with this, I've got told I smell good, I smell nice. I've also got told sorry about that. Let me turn this phone off, just period. It's throwing me off. I also got told I couldn't wear this around nobody else but the lady. You feel me? Like, that was crazy. That was a crazy statement. Like, wifey, like, yo, you can't wear this around nobody else. I'm like, word? This only like a $20 fragrance. She's like, I don't care. I'm like, I bet. You feel me? Later on, a couple months later, I did end up backing it out again. And that's when I got a compliment on this again. Whenever I wear this into, there's an office on my route. The lady in there, older lady, she always compliments me on my fragrances. This is one of the ones she loves as well. So y'all go check this out. Lastly, but not least, we got, and before I actually show y'all this last one, I had a coworker actually tell me one time, he was like, yo, do you be taking whole baths? And I was like, the fuck? Like, I'm like, what you mean by that? He like, nah, you be coming in here smelling like a lot of cologne, you know, like a whole bath where you just have a one night stand and you just run out the house and just spray cologne. And I was like, oh, okay. Basically, I guess he was trying to say my colognes are strong. Hey, it is what it is, man. They gonna smell me. I don't know what else to tell you, brother. Now, just because they don't smell you, don't mean you gotta hate. Don't hate the player, hate the game. You heard? But anyway, let me see. I want to make sure I'm not forgetting any of these compliments, because I did write a couple of them down, and I just want to make sure, for the purpose of the video, for the sake of the video. So when I was wearing Gucci Guilty, I pretty much got hit with that same compliment. That I was delicious. That's one of the ladies in the office personal favorite. She loves that one for some reason. She always asks, oh, which one is that? What is that? So she loves that one. But lastly but not least, we got Citizen Jack Absolute. Like, I ain't too much I can say. You're gonna pull a compliment with this. This is one of those ones where you're gonna just get told you smell good. Melon, it's kind of almost like a Herba Pura remix. This is one of those ones that gets compared to Herba Pura, but overall, fire scent. Fruity yet masculine. It's going to pull a compliment if you know how to wear it. You feel what I'm saying? So this ain't for the little boys either. This for the grown men. And yeah, that kind of concludes the compliments. Oh no, I got one more. How could I forget, bruh? I'm tripping. Bad Boy Extreme. A lot of people hate on this one. Like, it's 50-50. Some people like it, some people love it. But I think you just gotta have the aura behind it to pull it off, right? It's a cacao and it macerated so well, bro. It's blended so well. This is amazing. Like, for the cold weather, I'm telling you, I get nothing but compliments every time I wear this. I get told I smell so good. That's the premise of this one. You get told, oh, you smell good. Like, you get one of those like one of those looks like, whoa, what you got on? The first time I smelled this, it was on my boy O, and he pulled up and I smelled it out the car. I was like, damn. I said, God damn, what he got on. But I ain't want to press him. Like, yo, what you got on? Because I ain't want to be a biter. But eventually I ended up asking him a couple weeks later. I was like, I got to add that to the collection because it just wouldn't leave my mind. So it was one of those impressionable scents. And now I got it added to the collection. So this is perfect for the fall. It's warm, it's inviting, and you will get a lot of attention and compliments on this. And that concludes the video, guys. I don't even know how many fragrances that was. Y'all tell me. And y'all tell me if there's fragrances that y'all received. What's your most complimented fragrance of 2025? Y'all tell me that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And until next time, guys, peace.